Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Keep Gaming Podcast. This is episode 34. I'm your host, Lu Nieves Jr., and I'm joined by the cast and a special guest today. We're going to start with the first lady of Keep Gaming. What is going on, Pawful?
Hello. I'm ready for it. I didn't take a sip of my drink. You
I
did
know.
not catch me today.
Yeah. And we also joined by the horniest streamer on Twitch, Mayamo CG.
You know the vibes.
And we are joined by BBC himself, special guest, Fresco.
Yes.
What is going on, man?
What's going on? Hello. Thanks for having me, ladies and gents.
Welcome. We are joined by the two horniest men on Twitch. Thank you guys for being here. And Pawful, glad to have you here again. And let's get right into it. 2021 is here and it's coming to an end. A lot of games have been released, and the Game Awards had just put out their nominees for the Game of the Year. And just to give you guys an idea of what's going to happen here today, a lot of us didn't play all the titles. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out certain games that we haven't played or we don't think deserve to be in that spot, and we are going to replace it with games that we think belong there. And then we're going to give our take basically on what we think the Game of the Year is. So let's dive right into it. I want to start with Chris. I know Chris has played some indie games throughout the year and streamed them. Chris, in this bunch, and if we can give the rundown, I know I had it up and now it's gone. If you guys don't know, I think I have I'm gonna post it on the Twitch chat so you guys can look along with us. For those that are listening to us, obviously you can go to the website and look at the nominees. If you're listening along, again, we go live every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/keepgamingpodcast. And if you don't have time to watch us live, you can always watch us on YouTube or listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Keep Gaming Podcast. Yeah. So let's pull up this list. Did I pull up? Oh wait, no. I did the wrong thing. Don't click on that. Don't click on that.
Not join that call.
How do I remove that? Remove it. I put the wrong thing. How do I remove this?
God. Maniac,
I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry. Hold on.
This guy sent you. Oh my God! Look at the screen right now.
No.
I clicked the wrong thing. I made a big mistake. Oh my God! I'm getting hot. I'm getting flustered right now. I need some
horny.
fans. Oh my God, the chat is going crazy. I'm not giving out no porn websites, all right?
Popcorn Hub. He's all his time,
All right, hold on. Shit.
Let's get horny, baby.
All right, Horny Club, get on it.
All right. Okay. Listen, man, don't judge me, all right?
You good, man?
I'm hot.
We got a topic for Keep Gaming After Dark. Just stay tuned, baby.
It's not even Keep Gaming After Dark. But anyway, all right, so this is the nominees. We have Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. These are the games that are nominated for Game of the Year from the Game Awards in 2021. So, Chris, I would like to start with you. Do you agree with this list? Is there any games you want to take off and replace it? What are you thinking right now?
I know these were like the bigger named games that dropped this year, so I'm not 100% mad at the list. I do believe at least one game that I played this year should be on here. Obviously, I didn't play everything because one, PS5
you don't have a console,
sucking ass because you guys are just never available when I have the money for you. So you know what I'm saying? Screw you for that. I didn't play Psychonauts. I've seen a couple people play. The thing is, though, I've watched people play all these games. Ratchet & Clank, I'm cool with that being up here. Resident Evil Village, I think it was overhyped, but I get why people liked it. I get why it has a good score. I think it was better than the game beforehand, even though it was connected. I've seen people play Psychonauts. That one I didn't like that much. Deathloop, I never even wanted to watch it. I thought that game was super overrated. It was getting 10 out of 10s for some reason.
Everywhere, too.
And even if you guys look at the article, it shows the user score for that game especially is a 6.3, which means I guess the critics really loved it, but the people weren't really feeling it as much as they did. And, of course, Metroid, only person I know that played it, that I watched him play it, and he seemed like he was having fun with it, was West. So I'm not really mad at these, but I do believe Kena Bridge of Spirits belongs on this list. It is my number 2 game, but It Takes Two, if it does not win, Cat, you're lying. It Takes Two is easily the best game on this list. and the best game of 2021, hands down, no questions asked. That's it.
Mm, mm, mm.
And I want to head over to Fresco. Fresco, what are your thoughts on this list? If you could change, what would you change?
Yes. Okay. So as Chris said, Deathloop. I don't know if maybe all of these other companies were paid off to really promote this fucking
Right.
game.
That's a big possibility.
Exactly what I think. Because as he
100%.
stated, they gave it a 6.3.
Mhm.
I watched the only person I watched play this game was Lou, and he didn't look like he was having fun. The game is already on sale for $22 in fucking GameStop. It Takes Two, amazing game. It was, to be honest, it was one of the first experiences that I've had where I could play like a full-on co-op game. The comedy, the gameplay was smooth. It was a beautiful looking game, amazing. So that should be up there. Metroid Dread. I grew up with Nintendo, so it really brought me back, and Game Boy as well. It really brought me back, and it looks good. But the only person that I watched play was West.
Mhm.
Psychonauts, didn't really like it. I don't know why it's up there. Shouldn't be. Ratchet and Clank look really good. I watched Lou play. I haven't had the opportunity to
It was
play
a
just
great
yet,
game.
but it looked amazing. A beautiful game.
Mhm.
Now, Resident Evil Village. I love that game.
Tell
Now,
us why.
what I say,
The real
it's not,
reason.
it's not, it's not only because of Lady D, okay?
Yeah, Lady Big D.
I mean,
I mean, he
It
was trying to
was-
give that lady.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
stream.
God.
Every
Like a
stream,
tree
you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
sir.
Fresco's
All
biased
9
right now.
feet, all 9 feet.
It was an amazing game. It was a beautiful game. The gameplay felt smooth. I enjoyed the storyline. I think the reason why maybe some people didn't like it is because it really got off course in regards to zombies and infected. But I thought it was an amazing game. I wouldn't say that it's game of the year
It's
now,
a good game.
but it's a good game. Now, there are two games here that I think should be up as game of the year. Number one, Returnal.
Okay, well, what would you
Amazing.
return? What would you put that in
Yes.
for? What would you take out and put that in for?
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts,
100%.
Okay.
for sure.
So Returnal, and you
Psycho-
played it.
yeah,
You did
I
it on
did.
stream.
I played it and
Mhm.
I beat it. Amazing game. Oh my god. See, but not everyone enjoys rogue-like type games, so it makes sense that not everyone played it, and there wasn't enough votes to get it up there. But for what it was, me personally, it should be up there. And secondly, Hitman 3. Amazing
Wow.
game. I enjoyed it,
What?
and
What
yeah.
a curveball.
Oh my!
Yeah.
That was
I'm
a
sorry,
curveball. I
man.
wasn't expecting that.
I looked it up.
I think it was the
because
techno scene that really got him.
no one here played Hitman 3.
I
Come
played it. I
on.
said, "Fuck this game." It looked great though. It did look great. I give it that.
You're crazy. It was amazing. They
Yo.
gave it what did they give? They gave it a 4.6, and a 96% people liked this game. And for Returnal, let me just go back. Returnal, they gave it an 85% in Metacritic. So Hitman 3, come on, you got to give it a chance, man. I think it should be up there. I don't know. That's all I got.
And now we're gonna go with Pawful. Pawful, this list may not be your liking, but if you had an opportunity to change the games on this list, what would you do? Give us a little taste of what would you put in there.
all right, we're gonna get rid of all of them, and we're gonna.
Oh
put
shit!
Mario.
You get rid of all the
That's it.
games.
That's the only game. That's the game of the year for her.
Only
That's
game.
it.
What game? What game?
WarioWare.
Oh
Mario.
God,
I'm
she's
leaving.
trolling.
I'm kidding. I'm
She's
kidding.
trolling, guys. I can't believe she just said that. Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I just know John's watching, and he's just like, I'm rolling a big right now.
Wow.
But I'm like Chris, where most of these games I watched people play it,
Mhm.
but I agree. Like Psychonauts, Deathloop really just feel left field for me
Right.
because I know like when I watched Deathloop, I hated it, didn't like it. I loved watching everybody play It Takes Two. I want to play it. Joey doesn't because he's like, you're gonna yell at me a lot, and I'm like, that's a valid critique. That's fine. So Chris and I are gonna play it. That's fine.
That's dope.
Metroid. I know West really liked it. Metroid's never been a game that I enjoyed, but knowing how much he loved it and how much fun he had playing it and watching him play it, I liked it a lot. Same thing with Ratchet and Clank. Everybody, I wish I had a PS5 to play it, but I love Ratchet and Clank, so I know that one's definitely up there.
Mhm.
Resident Evil, it's good for the year it came out. Like,
Right.
I've played all the Resident Evil games. It's not my favorite one, but it was really good. I mean, Mommy Milky's, obviously.
I never heard that one. What?
Yo, that's the thing. All the marketing went into just that one character.
Yo, for
Everything
real,
I
it
saw
did.
was just
It did.
about her,
100%.
and it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It did its job. They did their job. They knew what they were doing, and it worked. I mean, I think
Smart.
though, like, I'm gonna stop. I think the only game I would honestly change would be like, I don't have a game to swap out for Deathloop. But like Psychonauts, I'd probably put in Mario Superstars because that game is phenomenal. It's fun. It brings back the OG Mario parties, and I think it's done so well. It's probably the one game I've picked up this year, other than Monster Hunter Stories, that I just haven't stopped playing.
Okay.
So those would be probably the two that I would swap with.
Good, good.
Okay.
I like that. Now, as far as for me, a lot of these games I did play, but a lot of them I didn't. So just going down the list, I played Deathloop. And I don't like first-person adventure type of games or roguelike type of games. It wasn't my favorite. I played a little bit on stream, and I said, fuck this. I cannot play this game, and I sold it. There goes that. Metroid Dread, I didn't play. I'm not a Metroid Dread fan. So I just watched Wes like we all did. Just watch Wes play. It looked visually stunning.
Really
I love
pretty.
the way it looked. Yeah, it was a pretty looking game.
Pretty game.
And I've never been into Metroid either. Like I grew up with Nintendo as well, but it was always Mario for me, so I didn't care for it. Psychonauts 2, I played it. I thought the writing was incredible. It made you think. Like the story was pretty like out there.
Trippy game.
Yeah, it was trippy.
Trippy
But
game.
the gameplay just felt weird, and I didn't enjoy it for the time that I played it. And once I stopped playing it, I didn't say to myself, I need to get back into it. So I didn't. When I saw Psychonauts 2, I was like, what? At least Returnal should have been there, and I didn't even play it, but so many people loved it. And again, it was just exclusive to PS5, like Psychonauts 2 was just for Xbox, for what I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Ratchet and Clank, I played it. I love that game. Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, it was great. It looked stunning. The mechanics were great. It felt great. It took advantage of the DualSense controller. It was great to play. I had an amazing time. I platinumed that game. That just goes to show how I enjoyed the game. And then Resident Evil Village. I stopped playing Resident Evil after Resident Evil 5. It was just not fun to play after a while. I was a big Resident Evil fan. But of course I did watch Fresco play it, and it didn't do anything for me. So I didn't care for it. And why the hell are you guys laughing? What is going on in the chat?
Nah, because they on your ass right now.
About what?
I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it.
The
When
chat
you
is
were
going
like,
crazy
I played
for
a lot
those that
of
are
these games,
listening.
but I also didn't play a lot of these games. There's 6 games on the list, and you just named that you played 4 out of the 6 right now.
Well, that's
You're
more
talking
than you,
about
Christopher. Okay.
I know, but you just said you contradicted your own statement. You said I played a lot of these
It's
games,
Lou.
and I didn't play a lot of these games.
I
Damn,
said it like
one-
that.
it's
That
one
was
or
the
the
quote.
other.
That was
It's
the
one or
quote.
other.
I played a lot of
He
games, but I
was
didn't play a lot of
He was
games.
trying.
That's exactly what you said.
Yo,
That's exactly what
Oh
happened,
my
though.
God.
you
so
guys
much
are
anger.
misquoting me, okay? Anyway, let me get to the rest of my point here, all right? Shit. So,
Oh god.
the last game, it takes 2. Now, just to give you a disclaimer, I didn't buy this game. Shout out to Chris. He told me he wanted to play this game. I said, yo, this shit looks whack. Johnny tried to make me play with him. I didn't want to play it. But freaking Chris convinced me. I ended up playing with him. We did a couple streams, and I had an amazing time. This game was incredible. Probably maybe 1 or 2 levels that were kind of boring and like dragged out. But the story was great. It was relatable to Chris and I. We even did a review on it early in the year. We said, is this game of the year? And it was
Hey,
probably
did.
like February.
Yeah,
And look where we're
yeah,
at
you're right.
now.
I do
We're in
remember that.
November.
It stood the test of time so
Yeah.
far.
And
I mean,
it did. And
I'll
if
it.
this
The
game
future.
doesn't win, and I know this may sound biased, probably, but this is a game that I think everyone should play. Like even as a couple or friends or something. Like you guys should really enjoy this game. It's really a lot of fun. And it really
And it's not for kids.
No, it's definitely not for kids, right? But
Bro.
you gotta work together. Like this is a game you really have to work together. And Chris trolled me throughout his entire stream. He has it all up on his
great.
YouTube channel. I hated him for it, but I had a great time. And if they did a part 2, I would definitely play this game. So now, as far as switching any of these games out, I don't know if I would switch anything out. That's the only issue I have here. I played a lot of older games this year, and that's probably to the lack of games that I didn't felt were worth my time. So, you know, right now I'm playing Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's not even mentioned here, and probably rightfully so, because the game is great in the beginning, but then it just falls off. So I probably won't replace anything here, but I think Game of the Year will probably go to It Takes Two. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, I think Chris mentioned It Takes Two for Game of the Year, but if you had your choice from this list, who do you think is going to win Game of the Year? We'll start with you, Fresco.
Damn. It's tough because
this is the list. We can't do nothing about it. This is from the Game Awards 2021.
See, my two games are, it's either Resident Evil or It Takes Two, but that's only because the list is not to my liking.
I know.
I feel that.
Some people are even upset that Hot Wheels Unleashed is not even announced, or Frozen 5.
I forgot another game that I wanted to add, but it's too late now.
Me too.
Damn.
No,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I feel like Deathloop is gonna win.
Probably. People
of how
love that
highly
shit.
They rated the
cheat
game.
fees. Fucking cheat
You know what I'm
fees.
saying? I feel
I
like
know.
it's rigged, bro. They rigged it for Deathloop to win. They promoted it 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
They promoted that game so hard.
I feel like they're setting it up for that game to win, even though the fans or the actual players don't feel like that would be the game of the year.
Yeah, because according to Metacritic, a lot of people didn't even enjoy this game as far as the users, not the critics.
Right.
The users' rating wasn't even above a 70. So the actual people that play these games that are gamers, not saying that the writers aren't, but you know, to what Fresco was saying, it felt like it was kind of bought. It felt that way. It's weird.
Right.
And like I said, to me,
I was about to.
Oh no, go.
I was gonna say it just reminds me of the Oscars, where it's like whoever's got that money to buy the judges.
For sure.
That's
Absolutely.
what really feels like it with Deathloop.
So for me personally, It Takes Two is gonna be number one this entire time. If it doesn't win, it's rigged.
I agree.
My number two game is gonna be Kena Bridge of Spirits. Okay, 100%. That game, if you have not played it, play it. It's not that long of a game. The story's beautiful. They connect you with all the characters, including the quote unquote villains. And then my third that I would put on my list for games of the year, high key, The Last Stop. It's an indie game, I believe. It's similar to Detroit Become Human, where you're following 3 separate stories and they all connect and you make your choices. You do all this. It's very heavily story driven. It's a great game. That's my top 3 games right now for the year.
What about you, Pawful? You were gonna say something.
Oh, I was gonna say anything but Deathloop. But I honestly agree with It Takes Two and probably Resident Evil, just because those are definitely I can't wait to play It Takes Two. Everybody I've watched play it, it just seems like a game that I know I'm gonna enjoy, and it seems beautiful. It seems like a great storyline. I haven't watched a lot of it just because I'm trying to keep myself spoiler free as much as possible. So I feel like if that one wins, like, beautiful, love it. Resident Evil, a huge Resident Evil fan, makes sense. As long as it's just not Deathloop, like, please, just don't, don't.
Like if you guys look at the list that Lu shared earlier, you could see the user scores for all these games.
Yeah,
It Takes Two has the highest one.
9.1.
It has a 9.1.
Mhm.
Second, it would be Metroid. It's 8.7.
Yep.
And then Ratchet and Clank would be third. So if it goes according to the users, It Takes Two wins, no problem. But obviously we don't vote, so we don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Now, before we go, and we're gonna go into the post show, we're gonna talk more about the games and what we've played so far throughout the year, and games that are like honorable mentions or probably what we're most excited for leading into 2022. But is there anything else you want to add, Fresco, before we go?
I forgot I wanted to add in Far Cry. Far Cry.
Did you beat
6.
it?
I didn't beat it. I've been playing it off camera, but it's a really good game. The acting, the graphics, it's a fucking phenomenal game. I'm actually surprised it's not on the list because it did come out. It came out recently. Maybe that's the reason why a lot of these games are not up there, because some games came out like around in October. So there had to be a cutoff date. Yeah. But I would put that up there as well. But I'm gonna say that I think It Takes Two is gonna win this for sure.
I hope you guys are right. I think it does deserve to win. They did a phenomenal job. Like I said earlier, the mechanics, the gameplay, the story, all of it, the visuals. I mean, even the mini games, bro. They were just so much fun.
Right.
Yeah,
so fun.
It was so much fun, and I really recommend everybody try it out. And it's out for like every console, PC. you have many
only
ways
one
of playing
person
it.
needs to buy it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that
Yep.
too.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other thing.
So
Awesome.
it's so accessible. So we're gonna end it here, guys. I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate the love and support. Remember, you can go ahead and watch us on YouTube or listen to us wherever you get your podcast. If you don't have to watch us live, just search Keep Gaming Podcast. But we're gonna head on to the post show, which it goes crazy. Last week was a little crazy. Chris, has some stories. I don't know if Pawful's ready. She may want to leave, but I want to thank you all for being here. And until next time,
I'll be a trooper.
and until next time, keep gaming, guys. Peace.
Peace.